Hi, my name's Tiara Nixon. I'm a certified dog trainer based in California and I currently reside on a farm with a horse, 3 cats and 2 French bulldogs. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the online dog training course, Brain Training for Dogs, and giving you my honest review of it. Firstly, is it possible to train your dog on your own through online modules and videos? This review is going to answer that question from the perspective of a professional dog trainer. I'll be honest, as a dog trainer and animal professional for over 20 years, I'm always skeptical of training courses online. I have been hands-on with several hundred dogs, and it's hard to fathom an inexperienced dog owner not having help when teaching something new. With my guidance, my students have gone on to be therapy teams, show dogs, and AKC canine good citizens. I have always been an active participant in my students' learning and problem solving, which is why I'm a bit unsure of online programs. But hopefully this Brain Training for Dogs review will help to install some confidence in online dog training programs. So what is Brain Training for Dogs? The creator, dog trainer Adrienne Farricelli, describes it as developing your dog's intelligence, but what it really means is training your dog through force-free activities designed to engage the mind. Brain Training for Dogs uses a series of 21 fun games to reach this goal. The 5 course modules are taught in a series from easier to advanced, laid out in the form of traditional education, preschool, elementary, high school, college, university, graduation, Einstein, science-based dog training. To begin my review of Brain Training for Dogs, I think it's important to look at the underlying principles that the program is built upon. There are many different schools of thought when it comes to dog training. There are celebrity trainers who push pack theory, and there are others who recommend a science-based approach, which is what you'll find in the Brain Training for Dogs course. Recent evidence has shown that pack theory training is not the most effective training method. Dogs are not wolves, and the original basis for pack theory training was conducted on captive wolves whose relationships are not the same as dogs or wolves in the wild. Just like the wolf evolved into the dog, training has rapidly evolved over the last 5 decades. While positive training is now the norm, in the 90s and earlier most trainers taught dogs using choke chains and pinch collars. They promoted harsh, punishment-based methods. As a former zookeeper and someone who has trained many species of animal, I am all for science-based training. Science-based training is universal, positive and understandable by multiple species. Do an internet search for clicker training chickens, and see what I mean. A dog using its brain with glasses on. So what is science-based training? To put it simply, it's a way to shape the behaviors you want through a consistent, conditioned marker. I know, it's confusing. Let me break it down. Have you ever heard of Pavlov's dogs? For those who haven't, scientist Ivan Pavlov realized his research dogs were accidentally trained to salivate. He was studying the dog's salivation response when being fed, but he discovered they were salivating before the food. He surmised the dogs were responding to the sound of the assistant's footsteps, which indicated food was on the way. Testing this theory, Pavlov conditioned the dogs to salivate at the sound of a metronome. Thus, classical conditioning, aka Pavlovian conditioning, and science-based dog training was born. An extra thought: I'm all about science-based training. As a progressive trainer, I firmly believe keeping your dog mentally stimulated is critical to preventing, and even eliminating, unwanted behaviors. I often say, a bored dog is a bad dog, and these games will certainly activate your dog's mind as well as body in many cases. Who is Adrienne Farricelli, the dog trainer? Next up in the review, let's take a look at the founder of Brain Training for Dogs. Adrienne Farricelli has impressive qualifications. She studied dog training in Italy and is a CPDT CA trainer in the USA. The letters stand for Certified Pet Dog Trainer Knowledge Assessed and are an earned credential given by the Independent Council for Certified Dog Trainers. To obtain the credential, a trainer must meet strict requirements including, minimum number of hours training dogs with proof, a rigorous multi-hour national exam, provide a reference from a veterinarian. After a trainer has become a CPDT CA, he or she must participate in continuing education in order to retain the credential and to keep up on the latest developments in dog training. Adrienne has written articles for many well-known publications, including USA Today. Here is my honest review of Brain Training for Dogs. Okay, now we know the method of this course and who created it, let's get into the Brain Training for Dogs course review itself. I love anything free, so it's nice to see information and a fun starter game to get your training going. The game on offer at the time of this review was the airplane game, which is included in a module of the course. You can see what the game is all about in the video below. To check if the airplane game is still available, check the link in the description. Other information about Brain Training for Dogs. There's a couple of extra bits of information that I thought were worth mentioning in my Brain Training for Dogs review. Firstly, the membership also includes an incredible wealth of information that is categorized and easy to find. Topics are puppy training, behavior problems, and, my favorite, case studies. The information is not displayed in the same lesson format as the Brain Games course, but the articles are informative and detailed without being too much. An extra thought, I have easily read 25+ books on dog training. I often struggle to get through them because the information is presented in a technical way with too much information. Adrienne's articles are straightforward and easy to grasp. Each one of these topics is a full class worth of info. For example, the puppy training section has articles on potty training, socializing, puppy learning and development stages, and how to stop your puppy from engaging in unwanted behaviors such as hand nipping. A puppy being trained on a leash. The section on potty training is comprehensive yet easy to follow. Adrienne offers 7 potty training strategies and troubleshooting. The behavior topic has a menu with 5 choices: whining, barking, jumping, digging, and chewing. Within some of these options there are sub-options which makes training for your specific problem much easier. For example, under whining there are 4 subtopics to help with the specific type of whining that is plaguing you. Adrienne provides examples of dog body language that every dog owner should know, and she reiterates them in lessons where you're most likely to see the behaviors. An extra thought, while there is a great deal of information to help with behavioral issues, they aren't laid out in a course format, in the same way as the rest of the information. Real-life results from Brain Training for Dogs. My favorite section, as a dog trainer, is the case studies. Here Adrienne introduces members to 2 dogs, as of this writing, who were brought to her for training. Videos show the negative behaviors with explanations as to what might be the causes, and the actual techniques she used to train these dogs. It's fun to watch the progression the dogs make, and also to see Adrienne apply her techniques to unfamiliar dogs. So overall, the reviews of Brain Training for Dogs seem to be very positive. How much does Brain Training for Dogs cost? This is an important question, and after navigating the incredibly long sales pitch for the course, I fully expected it to cost a lot. When evaluating the cost of any training program, there are many factors to take into account. Is the program easy to follow? What is the time commitment? What is the experience of the trainer? What are the methods? Is there support? Since the program is set out like the school system, I thought it would be fun to grade the course based on my criteria. So, let's explore these considerations in more detail and give my final verdict to conclude my Brain Training for Dogs review. Is it easy to follow? A self-training program needs to be easy to follow with clear directions that make sense. Since there isn't a trainer there to answer questions, clarity is key. Just like people, not all dogs will learn in the same way, and a good, experienced trainer presents information in bite-sized pieces that progress in difficulty. The course information is clearly presented, therefore I'm presenting it an easy-to-follow score of A. What is the time commitment? Let's face it, most of us don't have all day to spend on dog training and reinforcing training. We have jobs, families, chores, and hobbies. An effective training program breaks lessons down into 10 to 15-minute sessions so they can be easily added to a busy life. With lessons broken down into quickly paced games, I give this course a time commitment grade of A. Is it taught by an experienced trainer whose methods I agree with? As a teacher of many group classes, I always stress the importance of being comfortable with the methods being used. The reality is, some people are uncomfortable with certain methods, so it's vital your ethics align with the trainer you choose. If you disagree with a trainer's philosophy, you're likely to quit training. Adrienne's methods are science-based and positive. She does not use any harsh training techniques and always keeps the focus on what will help the dog to learn. She also has a great deal of experience that she has backed up with certification. With that in mind, I give this an experienced trainer grade of A as their personalized support. Every dog and every dog person learns in their own way. Therefore, a one-size-fits-all approach to dog training rarely works. Unless, of course, it's a conditioning approach, such as brain training for dogs, and patience is used. Trainer's tip: if your dog doesn't seem to be getting it, try taking a step back, asking the dog something it knows really well to build confidence and break the step you're teaching into smaller parts. It is mentioned quite a few times throughout the site that support via email is provided for members. Since I have no experience with the support, I give personalized support a grade of B. An extra thought about the only way to get in a here is offer in-person or live video messaging options where the trainer can see the issue the owner is experiencing. However, there is enough additional material that it's quite possible you'll find the answers you need without resorting to contacting Adrienne. Bottom line, is brain training for dogs worth it? A large green tick and online search for books about brain training for dogs yielded only a few decent results with an MSRP of $19.95. Behavior modification books were even more, around $25 MSRP, and dog training DVDs were $18 to $20 and up. Check the description for discounted link. To get a comprehensive training guide, a behavior guide and videos, you are looking at spending about $60, and that's without all the information in one, easy-to-use format and the additional resources. Brain training for dogs is only $47 including the extras. Check the description for discounted link. My verdict: yes. It is well worth the price. And if you become a member and decide it wasn't what you were expecting, there is a money-back guarantee. It satisfies me that this trainer is willing to stand behind her work. Check the description for discounted link. Final thoughts for my brain training for dogs review. So, we're nearing the end of what has been quite a lengthy, but hopefully helpful review of brain training for dogs. My final verdict is that I would highly recommend this course to anyone seeking to train their dog in a fun, meaningful, and easy way. The games are designed to progress your dog's skills in an easy-to-follow format, without a lot of jargon. While some items for games are not likely to be things you have on hand, they are easy to source new or used, and Adrienne provides substitutions. While I still believe in working one-on-one with a trainer, this program is a great substitute when commitments or lack of options make attending a class difficult. Brain Training for Dogs Pros * easy to read with lots of pictures * affordable for what you get * clearly communicated * created by an experienced, certified dog trainer * in addition to brain games you also get obedience, tricks, beyond training tips, puppy training, and behavior training * troubleshooting for each lesson. Cons * some items required for the game are not things you would have on hand * you'll get addicted to training your dog. What I love about it, Adrienne addresses the most common issues faced when training your dog right up front. If you don't skip around, and follow the modules in order, you should have a well-behaved and mentally stimulated dog. She offers support via email, but chances are you'll find a lot of answers to issues in the archives. Overall, a massive wealth of knowledge for a very reasonable price. Check the description for discounted link.